Hey, good evening, everybody. I am Chuck Rogers, licensed professional counselor and licensed marriage and family therapist. And this is not Keith Dunn, a network engineer. This is Crystal Mays, who is a licensed professional counselor and a registered nurse. But together we are Tabletop Coffee,
where we are bold and never bitter.
And tonight we're talking about progressive muscle relaxation, specifically progressive muscle relaxation to tackle anxiety. Stay tuned and we'll talk about it. You and I have been, in the past, worked on inpatient psychiatry before, not together, but on different inpatient units, and you have been a registered nurse for how many years?
Registered nurse for about 11 years, but worked in the hospital about 15 years.
Oh, okay. And she's been working with us at Windhurst Counseling and Wellness now for about how long?
Almost 2 years.
Oh my gosh, it's been that long. So a while back, Crystal came to me and she said, hey, I think we need to do something about progressive muscle relaxation. What was happening at the time?
I work with many clients with anxiety.
Yeah.
And so often what I would use with them is progressive muscle relaxation, the 5 senses breathing techniques that I actually put all together.
Yeah.
And so many of my clients would go home and try to practice it, but then they just couldn't remember it all.
Right.
So they were asking, hey, would you be able to do a voice recording or a video so that they would have something to listen to be able to do it at home?
Yeah, and then it kind of came up again. It kind of died down, and then a couple weeks ago, somebody again came in wanting to do something like that, and so then we recently said, we've got to go ahead and just do this. It's one of those things, we've got to quit kicking it down the road at some particular point. And so tonight's, our video is going to be really different. If you're used to the copious amounts of jocularity that Keith and I usually provide during our time on Tabletop Coffee, that's not going to happen tonight. In fact, you're going to have to pay attention on purpose. And this is actually one of those things that you can't just listen and get something from it, that you've actually got to participate in it. And it's something that I do personally and I do professionally to help my own mind and body relax. So what I want you to do is I want you to just pretend that I'm your client and that we're sitting in your office, and I want you to tell me what to do, and then I will do it. And this is likely to take maybe 30 minutes
Yeah,
or
about
so.
30 minutes.
Yeah. So it's going to take a while. So again, it won't be like our normal videos, but this one, I promise you, if you will do this, it will have an effect upon your mind, and it will have an effect upon your body, and it will help you to learn to train your brain and be more relaxed.
And I'm going to walk you step by step through what we're going to do. So just to give you a little bit of a heads up, we're literally going to work from our head all the way down to our toes.
Right.
And so I'm going to give you instructions all throughout the time.
Okay.
And so as we go, I'm going to cue you, okay, tighten certain muscles. Hold that. I'm going to purposely count in my head, but I just want you to hold it until I cue you, okay, now gently relax these muscles. Okay. And then in between, before we go to the next muscle, I'm going to have you do some deep breathing. I, again, will instruct you on how to do that because when you're first doing this, it can be very scary and hard because there's a lot of things kind of going on at play. But this is working on developing your body awareness.
All right. I'm ready.
All right. So I just want you to go ahead and close your eyes. Just get comfortable in your position of how you're setting. Before we get started, I just want you to take a deep, slow breath in your nose and exhale through your mouth. And let's do it again. In through our nose and out through our mouth. And I'm going to do this along with you. So if there's ever a time that you're like, what is she talking about? You can just open your eyes and look because I'm going to do this with you, okay?
Okay.
And so the first one is your eyes. I want you to observe your eyes. Yes, they're closed, but I want you to close them tight and hold them tight. And it's going to be hard, but continue to breathe while you're holding each of these muscles tight. And on your next exhale, I want you to gently, slowly release those eye muscles. And before we move on, let's take a deep breath in through our nose and out our mouth. Making sure that you're paying attention to that. It's not just your chest rising, but it's also your abdomen. When your abdomen's rising, that means you're getting that really deep breath that helps calm the body. And now I want you to find your mouth, and I want you to do a really big smile, like a clown smile, and just hold it tight. It's gonna be a little tense, and continue to breathe. And on your next exhale, I want you to gently release your mouth muscles. And now a deep breath in your nose. Slow exhale out your mouth. Another inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. And now I want you to find your shoulders. And I want you to pull them up to your ears really tight, like you're going into a turtle shell. Just hold them up there, continuing to breathe. And you're going to notice it's hard to breathe in some of these positions. It's okay. Just remind yourself, I can breathe. And on your next exhale, I want you to just gently and slowly bring your shoulders back down to their neutral position. Just noticing the difference in these muscles as you're tightening them, releasing them. Now a slow, deep breath in. Gently exhale. Another deep breath in. Slow exhale through your mouth. Now I want you to find your hands and squeeze them into fists. Squeeze them really tight, noticing that difference and that pressure. Maybe your fingers are digging into your palms, continuing to breathe. Too often we forget to breathe, so just remember, keep breathing. On your next exhale, I want you to slowly release your hands, feeling the pressure go away, tenseness go away. Just allowing your hands to rest. Slow, deep inhale in through your nose. A slow exhale through your mouth. Another inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Now I want you to find your arms and bring them up into cactus pose. Tightening those biceps. Just feeling that tension. And you'll notice that it's also going to tighten your shoulders and your hands. Continuing to breathe. In your nose, out your mouth. Now on your next exhale, I just want you to gently, slowly release the tension in your hands, your arms, bringing them back to where they're comfortable. And a slow breath in. And out. Now I want you to find your abdomen and notice, is it tense right now? Is it relaxed? And just find your belly button and suck in your belly button to like the back of your chair. And it's going to be hard, but I want you to continue to breathe. It may not be as deep as normal. That's okay, our muscles are tight, so they're not able to work like normal. So those slow breaths in and out, keeping that abdomen tight, noticing what it feels like when it's tight. And on your next exhale, I want you to slowly release your abdomen, blowing it out. Deep breath in your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And just go ahead and scan your body for what we've done thus far. Just feel the difference compared to when you started. And some areas may still be tight, and it's okay. It's going to take some time to get this practice under your belt. Now I want you to find your glutes and just squeeze them tight, hold them tight, continuing to breathe. And as you squeeze your glutes, you're going to notice it's pulling on your abdomen, it's pulling on other muscles. When we're anxious, it really pulls on a lot of more muscles than we realize. Continuing to breathe. And on your next exhale, I just want you to gently release your glutes, noticing that tension just washing away. Your other muscles relaxing again. And a deep breath in through your nose, slow exhale through your mouth. In through your nose, slowly out your mouth. And now I want you to pretend that you have a penny and you're placing it between your knees. And you're going to squeeze your thighs tight together. You don't want that penny to drop. You want to hold it there. Continuing to breathe as you're holding your thighs tight together, keeping that penny there. While you're holding it tight, I want you to think about all the stress and all the worries that you have of the day. And on our next exhale, as we drop this penny, I want you to just visually watch those stress and those worries just fall with that penny to the ground. And a slow, deep breath in through your nose. And a slow exhale through your mouth. Taking in that relaxation, just dropping all that worry and stress of the day. And breathe in through your nose. And a slow exhale through your mouth. And now I want you to find your toes. And I want you to pull them up towards your knees. Your calves are going to get tight. Just notice that tension. Continuing to breathe. And on your next exhale, I want you to just gently put both your feet back on the ground, nice and slow, noticing the difference between tense and relaxed. Continuing to breathe in your nose, out your mouth. And as you're continuing to breathe, just kind of search yourself. Is there any other stressors today? Is there any other worries that you're holding on to? Just bring them to the surface. It's okay if they come. Continue to focus on your breathing. And now I want you to push your feet into the ground as hard as you can. Push those worries out. Push the rest of that stress out. Push it all into the ground, letting the ground absorb it. Continuing to breathe as you push it out. And when you're ready, on your next exhale, just want you to relax your feet. Gently on the ground like it's floating on clouds. Again, slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your mouth. Continuing to do that. And just relaxing in the position. Allowing yourself to rest. Your mind might wander. That's okay. Just bring it back into focusing on your breathing. In through your nose, out your mouth. And if it helps, you can always put a hand on your chest and a hand on your abdomen so you can tell, are you getting that full deep breath? Is your abdomen rising? Now I just want you to scan your body. What that means is you're just starting at your head, going down to your toe and noticing, do I have any other muscles that are still tight, not fully relaxed yet? And if you do, that's okay. That's normal. This is a practice that one has got to do often to be able to realize that body awareness, that your muscles are tight. And so maybe it's your shoulders that are still tight. If that's the case, pull them back up to your ears. Notice that tension. Continuing to breathe. And on your next exhale, just slowly, gently bring your shoulders back down to neutral position. Continuing to breathe. In through your nose, out your mouth, feeling your abdomen rise. Maybe you're someone who clenches your jaw often, so maybe our jaw's still tight. So let's do that big ol' smile again. And just hold it really tight. Continuing to breathe. And on your next exhale, slowly, gently relax your jaw. Continuing to breathe in your nose, out your mouth. And we're just going to sit here for a moment. Taking it in, relaxing your muscles, relaxing into your chair, focusing on your breathing, in your nose, out your mouth. And as you continue to breathe, I want you to just pay attention and notice what are some of the sounds that are going on in your environment right now. Maybe it's the air conditioner. Maybe there's people talking. Maybe you're outside and you can hear the breeze, you can hear the birds chirping. Continuing to breathe in your nose, out your mouth. What is it that you can taste right now? Maybe you had a mint earlier today. Maybe it's something from your meal that you had. Maybe some gum. Or what is that taste in your mouth? Continuing to breathe in your nose, out your mouth. Notice the smells that are in your environment right now. Is it food? Is it flowers? Taking in that smell. continuing to breathe. And as you continue to relax into your position, continuing to breathe, I want you to notice what you're feeling. As in, can you feel the clothes that are on your body? Maybe you have a necklace or rings on. Can you feel the jewelry? Maybe you have a hairband on. Can you feel that on your head? Maybe there's a watch. Can you feel that on your wrist? Maybe you have socks on. Can you feel your socks? Too often we've become used to what's on our body that we don't even notice it anymore. So as you continue to breathe, just explore. What do you notice? Do you have shoes on? Can you actually feel them on your feet? Continuing to breathe. Can you feel the chair, or the couch, or the bed that you're sitting on? Is it soft? Is it hard? Is your environment cool? Is it warm? Continuing to breathe in your nose, out your mouth. We're just going to sit here for a moment. And if your mind wanders, it's okay. Just bring it back to your breathing. In your nose, out your mouth. Just feel your body relax. Feel your heartbeat as it slows. Just take another moment, continuing to breathe. Sitting in this moment, we push the worries aside, we push the stress aside. And we're just being present in the moment. Just a little bit longer. Just sit with it. Breathing in your nose, out your mouth. Remember, if your mind wanders, it's okay. Just bring it back into focus on your breathing, in your nose, out your mouth. Now I want you to find your hands. And just wiggle your fingers, slowly waking them back up, stretching them out. I want you to find your wrist. Roll your wrist one way, and you may hear them pop, and that's okay. And then turn them the other way, loosening them up. And then relax your hands. I want you to find your feet. Wiggle your toes, wake them back up. And find your ankles and turn your ankles one way. Turn them the other way. Slowly waken them back up. Continuing to breathe in your nose, out your mouth. Now I want you to find your head, and I want you to lean your head down on one shoulder. And feel that stretch, continuing to breathe. And on your next exhale, bring your head back to center. Continuing to breathe in your nose, out your mouth. And now lean your head down to the other shoulder. Noticing that tension, continuing to breathe. On your next exhale, bringing your head back up to center. Continuing to breathe. And now lean your head forward, feeling that stretch in the back of your neck. Continuing to breathe in your nose, out your mouth. On your next exhale, just slowly bring your head back up to center. And now just gently, not too far, but tilt your head back. And feel that stretch. Breathing in your nose, out your mouth, and on your next exhale, bringing your head back to center. And now rotate your head one way, and then the other way, bringing it back to center. Continuing to breathe in your nose, out your mouth. I want you to find your shoulders and roll them forwards a few times. Nice circles. Continuing to breathe. And then roll them back the other way. Just relax your shoulders. And so continue to breathe in your nose, out your mouth. And is there any other stressors and worries of the day? Just bring them forward. Continuing to breathe in your nose, out your mouth. I want you to find your arms and push them up to the heavens, to the skies, and push those worries out. Push that stress out, those worries out, reaching high. Continuing to breathe as you push. And on your next exhale, I just want you to gently lower your arms back to a comfortable position. And as you've pushed them all out, let's do a final deep breath in through our nose and exhale through our mouth. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes. And I just want you to be able to set in that moment. Just be present in that moment. Take in what's around you. Notice your muscles now. What's different compared to when you started? Do you notice more muscles that were actually tense that you'd never noticed before? Has your breathing calmed down? Has your heart rate lowered? Have you noticed things in your surroundings that you didn't notice before? Just continue to set in that and take it in. Continuing to relax in it. Remember, this is something that we've done as a whole, that you are able to do as a whole if you desire. But there's so many intricate parts to this that maybe you're sitting in an office. You can't do the whole part. That's okay. Maybe it's just your legs that you need to tighten when you're in the office. Maybe it's your hands. You don't have to do the whole thing. It's just taking the bits and pieces and fitting them into your life and just noticing what's tight, what's relaxed, and just helping your body to be able to calm down and relax again. And the senses, anytime you're feeling really anxious and you just really need to ground yourself again, go through your 5 senses. What is it that you see in your environment? What is it that you hear, that you smell? What is it that you taste? What is it that you feel? And again, the breathing, we incorporated it, but that's something else that you can always do on your own. And so I encourage you to take these as a whole, but also to take them each separately.
Very nice. One of the things I noticed is that we've been sitting here for more than 30 minutes, and it doesn't seem like 30 minutes.
It goes by very quickly.
It really does. And I also noticed that it was initially, especially very difficult to keep breathing and doing the muscle tension as well. And then as you do both, it's really difficult to focus on other things other than what's right here, right now. So it's truly keeping your mind where your behind is.
It is.
Yeah, it really is wonderful. So gosh, thank you so much
You're welcome.
for doing this. So this is really great because now we'll have it, and folks that are part of our usual YouTube audience can use it, but also our clients can do this. And there's a couple other relaxation videos that we have. One that Keith will put up right up there. It's called 4 Things. And the other one that he'll put right up there as well has to do with about a 28 to 30 minute not progressive muscle relaxation that just more of a guided imagery that I've done in the past. So this will be our 3rd one that's on there that folks can really use to practice their mindfulness activities.
Awesome. Well, thank you for allowing me to join you.
Thanks for joining us so much. Hey, I hope you liked our content. If you do, would you please subscribe, because Keith and I would really appreciate that.
And make sure to ring that bell so you'll be notified of future episodes.
And make sure to like it.
And share it with your friends.
Thanks, everyone.
Until next time. Chuck is wonderful.
There you go. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you.